Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our podcast where we explore language, life, and everything in between. Our guest today is Sarah. We met through our dog, Shero. Sarah runs her own dog walking business. Welcome, Sarah.
Hello, Dr. Polyglot. Thank you for having me on the show. The funny thing about working with animals is that it does not feel like work at all.
I love that. Do you remember when you first started walking dogs professionally?
I do. I was still in school and I started with just 2 dogs in my neighborhood. I had no idea it would turn into what it is today.
And now you have a whole team of walkers and so many dogs to care for. That growth is incredible.
It really is. But honestly, I still prefer the days when I am out there alone with the dogs. There is something very special about being the one holding the leash.
I imagine the mornings must be particularly beautiful, especially in the early hours when everything is still quiet.
Oh, they are wonderful. That early morning light when you are walking through the park and everything smells fresh and clean, there is nothing like it.
And Shero loves those early walks, does he not?
He absolutely does. He has his favorite spots in the park where he always stops and just sniffs everything very carefully.
Yes, I have noticed he takes his sniffing very seriously.
Dogs experience the world through their nose. So those moments when he is standing there sniffing the air, he is actually reading the whole story of who was there before him.
That is such a beautiful way to think about it. He is like a little detective gathering information.
Exactly. And he is very good at it. He always finds the most interesting spots.
Sarah, I want to ask you something. What is the moment during a dog walk that makes you feel the most joy?
Oh, that is a great question. I think it is when the dog finally relaxes. Some dogs start the walk a little anxious or full of energy, and then about 10 minutes in, you can actually feel the leash get lighter.
What do you mean by that?
The dog stops pulling and starts walking beside you calmly. Their whole body just softens. And in that moment, you feel this wonderful connection, like you are both just enjoying the world together.
That gives me chills. You have to be really present to be in the moment.
So true. I always say that dog walking is my moving meditation. You cannot look at your phone. You cannot think about your to-do list. You are just present.
Shero has taught me something similar, actually. Before I had him, I was always inside working. He forced me to go outside every single day.
That is one of the greatest gifts a dog can give you. They are very consistent about their needs.
Very consistent. There is no negotiating with Cheryl about his walk.
And that routine is actually very healthy for people too, not just the dogs.
Absolutely. I have noticed that the dog owners who walk with their dogs regularly seem so much more relaxed and grounded than people who do not have that daily outdoor ritual.
That is a fascinating observation. So in a way, the dogs are taking care of us as much as we are taking care of them.
100%. I truly believe that. There is research that shows just patting a dog can lower your blood pressure within minutes. There are evenings when I come home feeling exhausted and stressed, and Shero just comes and puts his head on my lap, and everything feels a little better.
It is like he knows exactly what you need without you saying a single word.
Dogs are extraordinary like that. They read our emotions so well.
Better than most people do, if I am being honest.
I will not argue with that. Sarah, tell me, does Shero have any funny habits that you have noticed on your walks?
Oh, where do I even begin? He has this one spot near the old oak tree in the park where he absolutely refuses to walk past a certain squirrel.
What squirrel?
There is one particular squirrel that sits on the same bench every so often, and Shero is completely convinced that squirrel is up to something.
I cannot believe this. He has never mentioned this to me.
He just stops and stares at it. And the squirrel just stares right back. It is like a standoff every time.
Oh, I would pay to see that. That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
It is hilarious. Shero is a dog who takes things very seriously.
He really does. He has a very dignified personality.
He will not be rushed. He will not be distracted. He walks at his own pace and on his own terms.
I admire that quality very much. So many of us move through life at other people's pace instead of our own.
That is so true. Dogs do not apologize for needing time to smell the flowers. Or in Cheryl's case, stare down a squirrel.
Exactly. No apologies, no rushing, just living fully in each moment.
I think that is something we could all practice a little more.
Completely. Sarah, I also want to ask, because I know our listeners are curious, what is the most challenging part of your work? It cannot all be peaceful morning walks.
No, you are right. The hardest part is honestly when a dog is not feeling well and cannot tell you what is wrong. You just notice something is a little off, and you have to pay very close attention.
That must be stressful, especially when it is not your dog and you are responsible for someone else's favorite animal.
It is a huge responsibility, but it also makes you develop a very strong intuition. After years of working with dogs, you learn to read the smallest signals.
Like what kind of signals?
The way they hold their ears, the way they are walking, whether their energy is different from usual, even tiny things like that can tell you a lot.
You become almost fluent in their body language.
Yes, I love that way of putting it. Fluent in canine.
Well, you are on the right podcast for that. And that fluency clearly comes from genuine love and attention.
It does. And I think that is true in any relationship, really. The more you care about someone, the more you pay attention to them. And the more you pay attention, the better you understand them.
That is beautifully said. And it applies to language learning, too, which is something close to my heart. The more you care about connecting with people, the more naturally the language comes to you.
Absolutely. I never thought about it that way, but it is true. When I really want to understand a dog, I find a way. I observe, I listen, I pay attention.
And when someone really wants to communicate, they find a way too. That desire to connect is everything.
It really is. And I think Shero is a perfect example of that. He cannot speak English, but somehow we always understand each other perfectly.
That melts my heart every time I think about it. He is such a loving little soul.
He really is. You have done such a wonderful job with him. I always notice how confident and happy he is.
That means the world to me to hear. I do put a lot of love into everything I do for him.
And it shows. It truly shows. Sarah, before we finish, I want to ask, what advice would you give to someone who is thinking about getting a dog for the first time?
Oh, great question. I would say first, be honest with yourself about your lifestyle. A dog needs consistency. They need walks, attention, and routine every single day, not just on the good days.
That is very practical and important advice.
And second, I would say, do not underestimate the joy they will bring you. People think about the responsibility and sometimes they feel scared, but the love you get back is something you simply cannot prepare for.
It changes you.
It completely changes you. I am a different person because of the dogs in my life. More patient, more present, more grateful.
Those are beautiful qualities. And speaking of being present, our listeners can practice their English right now by using the conversation they just heard as a model for their own discussions.
Yes, talk about your pets, your daily routines, the little things that bring you joy. That is real, natural English.
Exactly. And if you are enjoying the podcast, please share it with someone who is learning English.
And leave a comment below telling us about your pet or your favorite part of the day. We would love to hear from you.
We really would. Our community here is so warm and encouraging, and every comment means a great deal to us.
It truly does. Sarah, thank you so much for being here today. This conversation has been such a delight.
Thank you for having me, Dr. Polyglot, and thank you to everyone who listened. Go give your pets a big hug today.
Yes, and give Sharo an extra one from me.
I absolutely will. He will be very happy about that.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Goodbye, everyone. Take care.